myself, I'm first generation American. My dad is from Mexico, my mom is from El Salvador. I was born and raised in California, not East LA, that's South Central, which is next to Compton and Watts. There, I went to public school. I didn't learn English till I was 9 years old. So just to paint a picture, I was born here in America, and I did not know my native language. I didn't have to, because everybody spoke Spanish, and at school, it wasn't enforced. At the age of 16, I learned how to read English. 16. I didn't learn that at school. I didn't learn that from a teacher. There was a boy that he had a crush on me, and he would walk me home. And we would spend time reading and sounding off words. And at the time I used to think, living in Los Angeles, poor education, violence, I thought that nobody cared. I just kept being passed on grade to grade. Didn't matter if I didn't know how to read, didn't matter if I articulate, didn't matter if I spoke well, if I knew how to read, do math, it didn't matter. Nobody cared. Well, this little girl grew up. And I moved to Las Vegas. I got married. I met my husband. We had 6 kids together. And so together we have our kids and we put them in public school. And I noticed that they're not reading. So I took them out of public school and I put them to charter school. And my daughter's in kindergarten and my first daughter is in 2nd grade, and there's violence. What does violence look like? The second grade daughter that I have got punched in the nose, bleeding, by a boy. And if that's not enough, it was 4 boys at one time. And the school hid the incident report. This is a charter school that currently has a 5-star grading and is not reporting the incidents and is not telling the parents. At the same time, at the same school, my kindergarten daughter is being grabbed in the face by another little girl. So I decided to pull them out of a charter school. So my next choice is private, but I cannot afford private school. So we decided to homeschool. During this process, this administration here in Nevada is trying to pass this bill, AB 19, where the curriculum is that I have to force the curriculum in public schools in the home. Well, that was what I was running from the first time. They're not reading. So I spoke to my husband, and our next option is, well, how about we move? And I said, no, we're not moving. We're running. We're running for school board. We need to push back. My journey today has brought me this little girl that used to think that nobody cares. Nobody cared if I read. Nobody cared. I just got passed and passed and passed. And now that I see that they're doing this to our Clark County kids, I realized something and I learned something. There is people that care. They care enough to pass these policies that don't work. They care enough to see me not read. They care enough to make sure that I'm not learning. And that is where I draw the line. So I'm running for school board to serve the 300,000 children that are currently not learning how to read. In Nevada, right now, 8 out of 10 kids are graduating illiterate. What does that mean? That they're graduating at a 5th grade reading level. That is what's going on, that's going into the workforce. So when I get into school board, this is what I propose. Back in the 90s, we were top 2nd in the nation. So we have the roadmap of when we were great, when we were succeeding. We also have the roadmap of policies and procedures that do not work. So I suggest we go back 25 years and start implementing those policies and procedures. We have the roadmap to what actually worked. And if we wanted to be a country where we were number 1 in the world, we could go back 100 years and put those policies policies and procedures in place. And that is what I propose when I get in the school board. And this is why I work for school board. Thank you so much.